Hey, this is Michael, and this is a review of the Yoobao Executive Leather Case. Now, I purchased this from Amazon for $29.99 from a company called Pyrus. There seems to be about 3 different companies that sell on Amazon this specific Yoobao case, and they retail for $39.99. For whatever reason, on Friday this past week, they had the brown version for $29.99, so I went ahead and decided to make a purchase. I was hesitant, and I'll tell you why. I've looked at this case for a couple weeks now. If you read the Amazon reviews or even some of the reviews on YouTube or on the web, what you found was the first run of this case, there were complaints of a oily residue on the leather. So when you actually picked up the case, some customers complained about it leaving a residue on their hands and felt like they needed to wash them. Some complained about the strong scent of chemicals. So they said that it would take a couple of days for those chemicals to dissipate. And there were some issues with the sleep-awake magnets not being strong enough. My biggest concern was the smell and the residue. So what I did was I took a chance. I'm not sure why Pyrus had this one for $29.99, but I wanted to give my review. And for any of you looking at purchasing this case now and from Pyrus and on Amazon, this may be a good video for you to watch. If you like the content, please subscribe and rate.
Okay, so here's the packaging from the Amazon, and I'm going to open that up right now. I'm very concerned that this particular case coming from Pyrus for $29.99 may be one of the older versions, but we will see shortly. So let me go ahead and say that the top package right here where it says Yoobao on the top, what I've learned is that the first revision of this had some, I think either Chinese or some other type of writing on the top here, not Yoobao. So this must be at least the second revision. And I was trying to see if there was anything that talked about a date. So let's open this up and see. Okay, there is a chemical smell. Yeah, this one right here, this is the brown case from Pyrus. And I mean, I have to say it's a very nice looking case, okay? But there is a smell, and it's not overpowering, but it is definitely there. I also, and I don't believe I'm just imagining this, there's also a little bit of an oily type feel to it. It actually, if you could look at the case, I don't know if you can see it very well on camera, it's like I can see it in the light just slightly. What I will say is that the leather, though, is very nice. It's a very nice leather. Let me try something and put this actually in the case so you can see what the iPad will look like. Okay, so I want to go over a couple quick things. Obviously, you want to look at the ports. And if you look right here, you can tell that the headphone jack is a bit off, and the iPad is as far as it'll go. The microphone jack is also off a little bit. The power button seems fine. I mean, I wouldn't have any issue with that at all. The camera is a little off, but you know, there too, it'll be fine. And the size here, if you're using the sleep or the lock or the up and down volume, you're good. No issues there. 30-pin docked connector. No big deal on that one. And then the speakers look like they're obviously there as well, so I don't see any big issue. What I have noticed is holding it for a few minutes is that it will flip open pretty easily, and I have had the sleep awake go back and forth even while I've held it kind of steady or kind of flip it over a little bit, just like that, and it doesn't even look like the flap's even coming open. So obviously there's still some issues with the magnets. Again, I'm not sure which version this is, but on the inside, there's no problem as far as how it lines up. I mean, that looks fine. At the top looks fine. For the stand positions, there's the typing one, and then there's like the movie viewing. It kind of flips and folds on that little clip in the back here. So no problems there. It slips right in. If you put it in this position right here, no problem. Everything works fine. Seems pretty steady. And then it kind of slipped out easy, but I don't think that's gonna be that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Let's see, put it back in. This is for movie viewing, things like that. Seems pretty steady. It rocks a little bit, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. The case looks great on the iPad, especially with the white one this brown does. But the issues with the smell and the chemical feel are a little too much for me. So unfortunately, I'll send this case back to Amazon. And here's the Yoobao logo. It's a cool case. It's really lightweight, doesn't add any type of bulk to the iPad, and it would be great. But that smell and that feel is just more than I really want to deal with. So if you're interested in Yoobao, make sure you look for at least the revision 3. Revision 2 still has some issues with the smell. Just a caveat, it is not overpowering. It is just a smell that you can tell is on the case, and you can kind of feel it as well. If you like this video and you like the content, please rate and subscribe. Thanks for watching.